My baby kissed me goodnight, and I am glad to relate that by the time I got home, I was feeling great. I climbed up the door and opened the stairs. I set my pajamas and put on my prayers. I turned off the bed and crawled into the light, and all because you kissed me good night. Next morning I woke and scrambled my shoes. I shined up an egg, then I toasted the news, buttered my tie and took another bite, and all because you kissed me good night. By evening I felt normal, so we went out again. You said good night and kissed me. I hurried home, and then I climbed up the door and opened the stairs. I set my pajamas and put on my prayers. I turned off the bed and crawled into the light, and all because you kissed me good night. My head was gaily spinning, I nearly blew a fuse. Tied knots in my spaghetti, poured ketchup on my shoes. I climbed up the door and opened the stairs. I set my pajamas and put on my prayers. I turned off the bed and crawled into the light, and all because you kissed me good night. Patty Murphy died, I never will forget. The whole gang, they got roaring drunk, and some ain't sober yet. As long as the bottle was passed around, the whole gang, they all stayed. Till Kelly came down with his pipes before the way he played. That's how they showed their respect to Patty Murphy. That's how they showed their honor and their pride. Said it was a shame to pass, they winked at one another. Everything in the wake house went the night that Murphy died.
Mrs. Murphy stood in the corner bewailing out her grief, when in walked Paddy Ryan, that dirty sneaking face. He snuck into the anteroom in the bottom of Ginny's store. He put the bottle on the corpse to keep the liquor cold.
That's how they showed their respect to Paddy Murphy. That's how they showed their honor and their pride. Said it was a shame for Pat to wink at one another. Everything in the wake house went the night that Murphy died.
Everything was going swell, there was no row at all. To Casey he told Callahan he had an awful doll. I thought that this would start a fight, and sure enough it did, for Callahan was cutting his name upon the coffin lid.
That's how they showed their respect to Paddy Murphy. That's how they showed their honor and their pride. Said it was a shame for Pat to wink at one another. Everything in the wake house went the night that Murphy died. The fight was fierce and wild, sure the whole gang they joined in. Someone cut the whiskers off of poor old Paddy Flynn. There was dirty Barney Burke, now what do you think he'd done? He stood the corpse upon its head in the corner just for fun.
Now the whole gang, they felt jolly, they didn't give a rest. The Murphy and his family and the whole gang, they were dead. Of all the jokes I've ever heard, it makes me shake with fear. They took the ice from off the carts and they put it on the beer.
That's how they showed their respect to Paddy Murphy. That's how they showed their honor and their pride. Said it was a shame to Pat to wink at one another. Everything in the wake house went the night that Murphy died. 4 o'clock in the morning, Mrs. Murphy got up and he winked his other eye. He said, there's no use crying, for you're young and handsome yet. And there's a lot of good old Irishes left.
There's Kelly and Clarky, Marky and Dorothy, Boyle, Brady, Ryan and Brady,
Finnegan, Conahan, Flanagan, Houlihan, Dugan, O'Brien, Rooney, and Epstein.
how did he get in there?
In dear old Ireland, yeah.
Greed, the composer was still alive
today.
Would he get his kick? Would his gas him to jump and jive?
Would jump and dive.
He might say rubbish, a lot of noise, this stuff.
He might say
Wait, what?
anything.
Yeah, he might say solid, crazy man, it's gone.
He might say,
why not?
oh.
Anyway, we're gonna sing and eat for dance. But in bebop, 1, 2, 3, go. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-bebop, boop-ba-da, E-ah-ilio. Bop-a-dee-bop, bebop, bop-bebop, chibili-bop, chibi-chibop, chibibop, chibili-bop, chibi-chibop, chibibop, chibili-bop, ba-da-ba-da-ba-dee-bop, Johnny Long and the Shanty Town.
There are no words to this song.
E-bop-a-doo, e-bop-a-da, e-bop-a-doo, e-bop-a-da.
We'll make them up as we go along. Billy-bop,
E-bop-a-da, e-bop-a-doo,
bebop,
e-bop-a-bop, e-bop-a-bop, billy-bop,
billy-bop, billy-bop,
Johnny Long.
billy-bop, billy-bop, bop.
one night beneath the stars, we danced to music of guitars. Do you recall that melody? It was entrancing while we were dancing. Here's what the words mean to me. Du hast ein Liebesbrunnen, you're lovely and attractive. In any language, you're a picture so divine. Du hast ein Liebesbrunnen, you make my heart so active. I only hope and pray someday you say you're mine. I want to make such speeches about your lovely features, but there's one way I could describe my love so true. I tried hard to explain, you almost drove me insane, so I made up a refrain and sang. Du hast ein Liebesbrunnen, you're like $1 million. You're a sensation and a 5-star show with me. Your punum is just gorgeous, I mean your face is lovely, and as Cole Porter says, your top's as top can be. Instead of singing praises with all those highbrow phrases, I'd rather glorify your charms with something new. So I'll sing and I'll play each morning, noon, night and day. Du hast ein Liebesbrunnen, darling, I love you.
la 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 la. There's a bluebird singing in my heart. Let the clouds hang low over the trees. Let the winds that blow go where they please. When you're near I hear melodies start. There's a bluebird singing in my heart. I want to dance in the street and say to people I meet, she's mine, all mine. I want to shout to the sun and say, come out to the sun. It's time to shine. So when things go wrong, la 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 la, I still have my song, la 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 la. Since you came along, la 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 la, there's a bluebird singing in my heart. She's mine, all mine.
I want to shout to the sun and say, come out to the sun.
It's time to shine. So when things go wrong,
La 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 la.
I still have my song.
La 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 la.
Since you came along,
La 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 la.
there's a bluebird singing in my heart. Though she used to do it willingly before. Why, she used to rave about it, how good it made her feel. But when she once makes up her mind, she's just as cold as steel.
She's always too tired to do it, and that's all.
When I tell her that she must, she starts to bawl. I coax, I plead, and all for her own good. Our family doctor advised her that she should. She gads around all day. When it's time to hit the hay, she just turns out the light and says good night.
She's always too tired to do it anymore.
Though she used to do it willingly before. Now she blames it on the housework, and that's an alibi. But I can't do a thing with her, no matter what I try.
She's always too tired to do it, and that's that.
And if I insist, it means another spat. I beg, I pet, I even try to bluff. She just won't do it because it makes her puff. No matter what I've said, when it's time to go to bed, if I say, oh, come on, she'll say, go away.
She's always too tired to do it anymore.
If I try to tease or ride her, she gets sore. Now she's the perfect housewife, and you should taste her food. But when it comes to that one thing, she's never in the mood.
She's always too tired, or else she's got a pain.
The way she's acting, she'll drive me insane. Each day she'll say, tonight, and I say, swell. But you can gamble that night she won't feel well. Now she was looking great while she was losing weight, but she won't exercise no more. She's too tired.
She won't exercise no more.
seashore every 4th of July. Test your memory, my dearie. Do you recall when Henry Ford couldn't even fix a running board under a chandler stick? Dearie, life was cheery in the good old days gone by. Do you remember? If you remember, well, dearie, you're much older than I. Dearie, do you remember when we stayed up all night to get Pittsburgh on a crystal set? Keystone movies, Coogan and Chaplin made you laugh and then cry. Test your memory, my dearie. Do you recall when Orville Wright flew at Kitty Hawk? Personally, I would rather walk. Dearie, life was cheery in the good old days gone by. Do you remember? If you remember, well, dearie, you're much older than I. Dearie, do you remember when most gents owned a pair of spats, wing collars and derby hats? Lovely ladies swing in their bustles made those gentlemen sigh. Test your memory, my dearie. Do you remember watching John Elwyn every fight? 'Cause nobody ducked from Sullivan's right. Dearie, life was cheery in the good old days gone by. Do you remember? If you remember, well, dearie, you're much older than I. You're much older than I.
one evening went to a fancy ball. We stayed until the lights went out before we left the hall. Then we went to a restaurant, though it was very late. She said she wasn't hungry, but this is what she ate. An oyster stew with crackers too, a chicken and a roast, 2 turkey legs, some scrambled eggs, and soft-shell crabs on toast. Some cheese souffle, a small filet, her appetite was immense. When she called for pie, I thought I'd die, for I had but 50 cents. For I had but 50 cents. I thought she might be thirsty, I didn't stop to think. I asked her if she'd like to have a tiny little drink. She was so sweet I couldn't have her think I was a crank. She said she wasn't thirsty, but this is what she drank. A glass of ale, a gin cocktail, it made me shake with fear. Some sherry wine and brandy fine, and then a glass of beer. A rye highball, so cool and tall, she ought to have had more sense. When she asked for more, I fell on the floor, for I had but 50 cents. For I had but 50 cents. I said I wasn't hungry, I didn't care to eat, expecting every minute to be kicked out in the street. She took it in so calmly, she was a clever kid. I gave the man my 50 cents, and this is what he did. He tore my clothes, he broke my nose, he hit me in the jaw. He gave me a prize of 2 black eyes and dragged me on the floor. He caught me by the seat of the pants and threw me over the fence. Take our advice, don't try it twice, when you have but 50 cents.
There were 3 little sisters, 3 little sisters, Faith, Hope, and Charity. Faith was the youngest, Hope was the boldest, and they both looked down on Charity. Faith went to the city, soon she was sitting pretty. There she met an aging millionaire. She wrote, Hope, don't be silly, come at once to the city, 'cause what you've got is worth a lot down here. She went and didn't do so bad. Between the two they met who's who and gave everything they had. But the 3rd little sister, they found out that they missed her. Poor Charity was home alone. But they were mistaken, she wasn't forsaken. She had rings on her fingers and wore nylon hose, a Rolls Royce car, an ermine wrap, and lots of pretty clothes. They asked her, how did you get it? How did you get it? Then Charity replied, they're my own. While Faith and Hope were busy working in the city, Charity began at home. Little sisters, Faith, Hope, and Charity. Faith was the youngest and Hope was the boldest, and they both looked down on Charity. Faith went to the city, soon she was sitting pretty. There she met an aging millionaire. She wrote, Hope, don't be silly, come at once to the city, 'cause what you've got is worth a lot down here. She went and didn't do so bad. Between the two they met who's who and gave everything they had. But the 3rd little sister, they found out that they missed her. Poor Charity was home alone. The They were mistaken, she wasn't forsaken. She had rings on her fingers and wore nylon hose, Rolls-Royce car in her and wrapping lots of pretty clothes. They asked her, how did you get it? How did you get it? And Charity replied, they're my own. While Faith and Hope were busy working in the city, Charity began at home like mad. to share the love that you and I have found. I don't regret the fun we had before, but to be with you I had to slip around. Now I'm untied from that someone else, darling, so are you. I just found out without a doubt that they were slipping too. What a miracle has happened for us four. Now we won't have to slip around no more. Now I'm untied from that someone else, darling, so are you. I just found out without a doubt that they were slipping too. What a miracle has happened for us four. Now we won't have to slip around no more.
I like the way you say good night. I like the way you hold me tight. I like those tender kisses, darling, when the day is through. I always want you near me, darling, when I'm feeling blue. I think about you all the day. All the lovely things you do and say. I want no one but you. You make all my dreams come true, and I like the way you say good night. You say
a million memories that are locked up in my heart. Memories of days that are gone. There's a lot of loneliness that you blame me for, I guess. Someday you will know you were wrong. If you were only fooling me, fooling from the start, then I guess you're happy, dear, now that we're apart. There's nothing left for me, so I'll keep my memory, darling, locked up in my heart. If you get tired of your new world, come back into mine. For I'm still in love with you, have been all the time. Let me keep my memory where we'll never have to part. Darling, locked up in my heart.
Why do they always say no when they know they mean yes all the time? You ask a girl for a kiss or two, she'll answer no, that's something I don't do. How can they tell such a lie and still look you straight in the eye? Whenever they say no, go right ahead. It's 10 to 1 that what they mean is yes instead. But why do they always say no when they know they mean yes all the time?
Come see, come saw. I always say, come see, come saw. Since you are gone, nothing excites me. Since you are gone, no one delights me. But should we meet, that would excite me. And should you smile, that would delight me. I'd live again to love again. But until then, come see, come saw. But until then, come see, come saw.
I used to have a woman, and that girl was really fine. She didn't care much for smoking, and she don't care nothing about wine. She was always cooking my breakfast, and they loved me every night. And that loving gal of mine was always treating me right. But my baby's changed. Oh, my baby's changed. Well, my woman have changed. She's not the same anymore. Well, one night while I was sleeping, the phone started to ring. I got up and answered, but it didn't mean a thing. There was a knock on the window, and he said, "Man, are you there?" When I got my gun and said, "Hey, stuff, you better get away from there. Things have changed." Yes, that woman have changed. I give her my body. Yes, my baby's changed. Yes, that gal is changed. What she's been doing, she says the same old thing. When I looked up on her finger, I didn't see no wedding ring. I opened up the closet, just to see what I could see. There were clothes up on all the hangers, but they didn't belong to me because she changed. Yes, my baby's changed. Oh, she ain't no good to me no more. She ain't the same to me. Yes, she changed.
In my hand I hold a token, and the memory makes me blue. Thoughts of days gone by now bring me tears. Just a package of old letters don't mean a thing to you, but I've kept them with me through the lonesome years. They tell me of the promise that you made me long ago. Each line you've written means the world to me. Though my heart aches when I read them, no one will ever know how I wish I could recall the used to be. We were childhood chums together, and you've lived within my heart. Each moment while across the deep blue sea, I have each letter that you wrote while we were far apart. And my darling, they are still a part of me. Now you have wed another, and I am left alone. How could fate break up a love so true? I can't be contented. I'll return across the phone with a package of old letters dear from you.
I hvor skal stund jeg ønsker kun at de tre små ord i hjertet bor. Lever som et tegn på ømhed du har vist en gang. I hvert et smil og hver en sang du sang for mig. Hvad du engang gav er altid mit, men uden håb er dog for lidt. Så husk på mit venskab lå bag alt som var engang. städ i mina åskesar.
I've made up my mind to steal you. Tell me, will you be mine, oh mine?
But dear, I'd like like to steal ya, but Delia, I love you so. I'll be your handsome Harry if you'll be my Molly-O. Say something sweet, Bedelia, your voice I long to hear. Oh, Bedelia, I've made up my mind to steal ya.
Bedelia, dear. Oh, Bedelia, I wanna steal ya. I wanna steal ya, Bedelia. I love you so. I love you so much that I'll be your handsome Harry.
And I'll be your Molly-O.
My Molly-O.
Say something sweet, Bedelia.
Sugar.
Your voice I long to hear.
Well, thank you, fellas.
Oh, Bedelia, I've made up my mind to steal ya. Bedelia, dear, be mine. Say something sweet, Bedelia. Your voice I long to hear.
Oh, Bedelia, I made up my mind to steal ya.
I wanna steal ya,
Bedelia, will you be mine? Back of the yard, in old Chicago town, where each fellow and gal is a regular pal. They never turn you down. They're a wonderful crowd, and I feel mighty proud when I shout I'm from back of the yard. Back of the yard, back of the yard, as is the wide renown. Some big shots of today used to make a day's pay around old Packin' Town. In the ring someone plays, others with Notre Dame. In politics and at the bar, many started from scratch near that big cabbage patch in that world famous back of the yard. Back of the yard, back of the yard. The old days were a treat. Jim O'Leary would take any bet you could make. Near Route and Halstead Street, be it ace or a deuce, though was easy to lose. The joker was not in the cards. When you ran out of luck, you were good for a buck in that nip and tuck back of the yard.
the devil and the deep blue sea. I forgive you, 'cause I can't forget you. You've got me in between the devil and the deep blue sea. I ought to cross you off my list, but when you come knocking at my door, fate seems to give my heart a twist, and I come running back for more. I should hate you, but I guess I love you. You've got me in between the devil, the devil, the devil, 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 and the deep blue sea.
Today I'm so lonely, my heart's broken too. All of this sorrow was caused by you. Haven't felt this way since I was born. You get the roses, I get the thorns. It's hard to believe you found somebody new. You promised forever you would be true. You said it's all over, it struck like a storm. You took the roses, I took the thorns. With a bouquet of roses, you look so sweet. You were so happy, I was so forlorn. You had the roses, I had the thorns. I thought that you loved me, I find I was wrong. With this ache in my heart, dear, I just can't go on. I'm glad that you're happy, though inside I'm mourn. You've got the roses, and I've got the thorns.